I recently reviewed both the LG V30 and the Pixel 2 XL, and I feel like both reviews went in very different ways, took very different approaches and ended up at very different outcomes. I feel like I was a little too harsh on the V30 but also gave too much praise to the Pixel 2 XL, so in this one I'm going to kind of rectify those, compare them, they're very close cousins. Hey guys, my name is Ryan Thomas for Failtech and this is the LG V30 versus Pixel 2 XL in 2018 going into 2019. Let's first talk about design because that seems to be the first thing that people think about when going to purchase a new phone. And I'm split because I really loved both. Obviously very contrasting designs, but I feel like both look stunning. Starting with the V30, it almost seems like a more tame Samsung design, and that's not a bad thing. The curvy glass and metal sandwich feel premium, if a little bit overdone in today's tech scene, but it's symmetrical, it's clean, and completely different to the Pixel 2 XL, which has a metal chassis, although you'd be forgiven for thinking it's plastic due to the plastic coating, and it can be seen as quite cheap. I personally really like it, and that glass window at the back adds to a Stormtrooper look in my opinion. The front is not so sleek, bezels are slightly larger and also not symmetrical. Of course you have those stereo front firing speakers though. The external features are also different. For example, the bottom of the devices, whilst both having USB-C ports, sport speaker grills on the LG and nothing on the Pixel. On the top, the Pixel 2 XL is plain, but the V30, well, we have a quad DAC powered headphone jack, and then on the sides, volume buttons and SIM slots are swapped over. And for lock buttons, the Pixel sports this orange button above the volume rocker, I really like that, but on the V30 it uses the rear fingerprint scanner as a button. Fingerprint scanners are equally as fast and accurate in my opinion, although the LG animation can hang sometimes. And whilst the Pixel sports IP67 water and dust resistance, the IP68 and the LG coupled with the excellent mil-spec rating allows for more peace of mind. If that means anything for you, I know personally it means a heck of a lot to me. So I reckon in the design, build and build quality department, the V30 is going to win for a lot of people, even though I personally prefer the Pixel 2's unique look. Although to be fair, both of them are stunners. As the displays, well, that's even tougher to call because both make use of a 6-inch POLED display with the same pixel density, aspect ratios and therefore resolutions. When holding them right up against each other, I found the Pixel to have a slightly warmer colour set and the viewing angles on this much newer model to be a bit better, but no matter which way you slice it, both these displays are going to deliver very similar experiences. No notch, yet also a modern, sophisticated look. Not that both deliver very similar audio experiences when listening out loud. The Pixel 2 XL handily wins here, but when listening with wired headphones, you'll be happy that you picked the V30 for its excellent B&O certified quad DAC with that stunning clarity and versatility. Let's talk battery life. Really important in a smartphone, especially in a used one. I found that the Pixel lasted more often longer than not, but not by a huge margin and not so that you should change your decision. And I guess that makes sense with a 7% larger battery. Both have a version of fast charging, though the V30 has a leg up in terms of features with wireless charging through that glass back. Neither are going to win any battery test awards, but if you're like me and you don't game heavily or edit videos and photos on your phone, or really push the phone at all, both are going to get you through a full day. Performance specifications are almost identical, though digging deeper, we can see that the 8085 in the LG is clocked 100 MHz higher. However, for me, the software support on the Pixel just makes up for this. Numbers and figures show the V30 to be a tad more capable, and that is also reflected in gaming performance. Sure, the Pixel isn't bad, but if you're an avid mobile gamer, the V30, whilst not perfect, is the better choice. In tests across racers, Fortnite and other FPS titles, the V30 just plain comes out on top. General performance is better on the Pixel in my opinion. Switching between apps, multitasking and all that kind of thing are better on the Google device, but they aren't half bad on the V30. I'd say that the LG freezes just a little bit more, but since I factory reset it, the results are a lot better. And with that in mind, software is incredibly important in day-to-day performance, security and other things like that. And these two take drastically different approaches. LG's plastered their skin upon 7.1.2 in my testing, but 8.0 for most of you at home. This skin has a pretty bad launcher, but has some useful tools to customize the stock experience without needing to download any software. And whilst I found the tools useful, I do prefer the better software on the Pixel. Stock Pi looks and feels really good. I would still call Oxygen the better bet, but since we don't have the option, stock will do us just fine. It's not very featureful, but it's stable, quick, clean, and does more than enough for a lot of people. I personally really like stock, but I'm an enthusiast. I'm going to give the Pixel the win here for its newer and more stable software, but if you're really into pre-installed apps, extra features, and LG's aesthetic, you know which one to pick. In terms of future updates, I'm confident to say that the Pixel is going to get many more updates going into the future compared to LG, just because it is Google's Pixel line. Although it is worth mentioning that LG have quite the cult following in the custom ROM sector or scene, And so if you're really into that, I think the V30 is actually the better bet. Functionally versatile are words to best describe the V30. Headphone jack, wireless charging, expandable storage, the lot. The 2XL, well, that doesn't quite match up for that. And another thing the 2XL can't match up to is the number of cameras on the LG. And don't let that fool you, that doesn't make the V30 any better, but as a continuous theme in this video, it does give you more options. On paper, the V30 wins with more sensors, more pixels, more settings, and more of pretty much everything, but if we're talking straight numbers, it isn't the winner in DxO Mark, where the pixels scored 16 points higher. In selfies, I think it's fair to say the 2XL smashes the V30, not only in good light, but also in low light. The V30 just looked too soft, and the same can be said for video. It's a bit soft, and dynamic range isn't great, making the Pixel the clear winner. In photos, I prefer the aggressive HDR and color science of the Pixel 2XL. Sure, that wide angle lens is really amazing, it really is, but I found the Pixel's consistent excellence a lot more useful. And that's not to say that the images from the V30 are bad at all, but in low light they tend to fall apart, and in general the Pixel is winning in the image quality. But that's just assuming you're shooting in auto. The software, the interface, the bit that you actually interact with when you shoot with these phones is night and day. The V30's sheer amount of settings, control and versatility is possibly the best I've ever seen, a cut above the rest, and you can even shoot log and grade it later for video. In contrast, the Pixel's camera app is mundane, subdued, dare I say boring, but of course it all comes down to who you are and how you use your camera. If you like video, playing with settings and going manual with your smartphone's camera, the V30 is a clear winner. But for those of you looking for a truly solid point and shoot with fantastic portrait modes front and back, the Pixel is your camera phone. So in conclusion, the Pixel 2XL has to be the winner in the general category. It fits my use case, and I know a lot of people who are buying the Pixel kind of want that stock experience. But for the general consumer, for the lower price, you're getting more phone for your money with the V30. And so for you lot out there, the V30 wins. The jack of all trades, master of none. That sums up the V30 against a phone that excels at few things and misses out on quite a lot. I'm not calling either phone bad, but despite their close similarities, they are for very different people. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. My name's been Ryan Thomas for Failtech. Please do like, dislike, comment and subscribe if you're new around here to never miss a video like this one. Also check out my social media and Discord, links will always be in the description. And also thanks to my patrons. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for amazing back-end support because it really does help me out. Again, I've been Ryan Thomas for Failtech and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.